Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
Here we can see on the Memorial Union sky camera, cloudy skies persist through the Thursday afternoon into the evening, but hopefully we'll have some warmer temperatures coming up for you here in just a few days.
Plus, we'll have a look at the national forecast. Size Eyes on the Skies for Tuesday, April 7th starts now.
Broadcasting live from the studios at Hamilton Hall at Iowa State University, the Iowa State Meteorology Department brings you the latest weather from across the country and out your front door. This is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Good evening. I'm your host, AJ Rickman. We begin with tonight's weather story. It was on this day in history in 2000 that a snowstorm produced accumulations across most of Iowa, with only the southwestern quarter of the state escaping the snow. Reported snowfall amounts included 1.7 inches in Des Moines, 5.2 inches in Mason City, 8 inches at Algona and Emmitsburg, 11 inches in Esterville, and 13.2 inches at Sibley. It was just a year later on this day in 2001 that an intense low-pressure system produced strong winds across Iowa, with most of the state reporting wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour, and an 82-mile-per-hour wind gust was recorded at Storm Lake. Now to discuss more on what's happening around the country, here's Danny with a look at our national forecast.
Thank you, AJ. Some of the headlines for you this weekend as we look nationally across the United States. A fire threat to the south due to some winds and some drier conditions we've seen over the past couple of weeks. Severe weather out east occurring right now. We'll take a deeper look at that. And some record highs out west. We'll have that and more coming up for your national forecast.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Now, let's have a look at what's happening around the nation with Danny.
Thanks once again, AJ. So look across the United States here, satellite and radar live look. We've had a high pressure dominate here out towards Billings and Denver that's kept things very dry over the past couple of days. Out to our east here, we have a low pressure kind of sitting. You can see this precipitation rotating around the states of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. Brought a lot of snow to the north. A couple of inches have fallen over the past 24 hours up north. To the south there, where temperatures a little bit warmer, we have more of a precipitation of a rain-snow mix. A little bit of sleet has been seen falling. As you head obviously to the further south and east, some lighter rain showers. Now, the big area of interest right now is this low-pressure system sitting right here. A lot of this rain, it's kind of hard to tell hiding behind the low. We had some severe weather here in the Carolinas over the past 24 hours. It has produced some wind reports and some hail reports, so we'll take a deeper look at that. That's been happening about 5 or 6 the past hours. Temperatures across the nation, so you can see that cold front that kind of ripped through. You can see kind of this gradient here. So you have these colder temperatures, especially to the north, that have just kind of been sitting overhead here, and then off to the east, some of these warmer temperatures. But the big area of interest here is out to the southwest and to the west. So San Francisco is sitting at 82 degrees right now, and Phoenix at 93. Obviously, those are some warmer areas of the country. However, it is nearing record-breaking highs. As we look closer here at this area, they're going to see high temperatures, especially tonight and tomorrow, that could break a lot of records across the southwestern United States. So again, Phoenix at 93, Bakersfield the hot spot at 96. Again, downright very hot conditions, especially for April. Now combine this with the drought monitor here, so these dark reds, that's exceptionally dry, so that they have not been getting any precipitation. And this kind of dominates the western half of the United States, west of the Mississippi, especially areas in North Texas, Southwest Texas, Montana even not getting a lot of precipitation, as well as Oregon and California. So what happens is with this drought monitor, here. So this area, kind of keep an eye on this, because this is going to be a big problem over the next couple of days. These pink areas here with the watches and warnings, these are red flag warnings. So when you have dry conditions along with high winds, fires can very easily ramp up. So that's why most of the southern United States is being covered in these areas. These tannish colors here, like the darker tan, this is those high wind warnings. Again, upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour. And then the lighter tan here is more of that wind advisory. Now, if we take a look at the southeast and more of the east coast, these greens and lighter greens, this is a flash flood watch and a flash flood advisory. They've had multiple rounds of rain that's kind of hit over areas of New York and Pennsylvania and into New Jersey. But right here, this is the area of interest. So this is North Carolina, kind of into Virginia. The orange right here, that's a severe thunderstorm warning. So that's going on right now as we speak. So again, a couple of reports of hail and a little bit of high winds around 60 to 65 miles per hour. So now over the next couple of days, this is the outlook here. So Futurecast here, this is at 7 a.m. This storm system is going to kind of linger around. It's going to slowly make its way out to the east and make its way into the upper Ohio Valley, precipitating a lot of just lighter rain. It's going to be kind of consistent, no heavy downpours. However, it's just kind of going to be a couple of dreary days. But notice off to the west, again, we stay dry here, California, Nevada, Arizona, especially in this Texas region. That's why we have those red flag warnings, because no precipitation will be falling in these areas. And again, as that low moves out to the east, kind of dissipates and heads into the Atlantic Ocean, kind of making its way to its final rounds. And we could see a next chance of snow with this system here in Montana. That could bring some severe weather for the middle of the week, more locally here in the Midwest, such as Iowa and Missouri. So an outlook here of how much precipitation we're going to see. Again, not a whole lot. Some light showers across much of the northern United States, maybe an inch or so. A couple spots that are usually hot spots precipitation, such as Washington and Oregon could see a little bit of rain. Also in the northeast here, especially in the New England states, they could see a lot of rain over the next couple of days. So the forecast city of interest here is Los Angeles, California. Again, we have those hot temperatures. This will stick around for at least until tomorrow. However, it will go a little bit more normal, up into the upper 70s and get down in the lower 60s, which is much more seasonable, but they will stay warm and dry for the next couple of days.
Thank you, Danny, for that forecast. And now, let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. Tonight's trivia question is, what is the largest April snowfall on record in the state of Iowa? Is it A, 13 inches, B, 20.3 inches, C, 42.1 inches, or D, 32 inches? We'll have your answer coming right up. Now, let's have a look at the week ahead with Maddie.
Thank you, AJ. A couple of our headlines coming up this week. We have more precip and Ames to come, so be ready for that. Pack your umbrella. Strong winds aligned with that, so you may need more than an umbrella. Those winds could take it right away. And then a weekend warm-up, hopefully, to come. Welcome back. My name is Maddie, your meteorologist today, and I want to first point out these low temperatures here in Iowa. We have 36 in Ames and 34 in Council Bluffs. We've got 38 in Cedar Rapids, 41 in Butte. So seeing that we're getting pretty consistent low temperatures across the whole state here. And we can take a look at the current conditions outside the Memorial Union here on campus at Iowa State. Right now, a temperature of 36 degrees. Winds out of the northwest at 21 miles per hour, bit breezy. I've definitely seen students hanging on for dear life as they're heading out of class and heading home. So definitely not the best of conditions here right now in Ames. Here we see the satellite and radar, that rain moving through to the northeast and bringing with it, or the southeast, my bad, bringing with it some snow to our north. So overnight, Ames will need to be watching out for some snowy conditions. Here in our Futurecast, we see that the snow does eventually move out and we just have some scattered showers across with a much more concentrated shower area in the east portion of Iowa, and definitely cloudy, overcast skies. Again, those scattered precip events, maybe some light snow coming through a vast majority of the state. And then finally, our skies begin to clear and we see the clouds moving out to our east. And finally, by tomorrow night, we'll have clear skies. Feels good. Our skycast tonight, like we've said, is going to be mostly cloudy with temperatures around 31 degrees and very, very breezy. Tomorrow, again, those cloudy skies will stick around until the evening hours, and with a high of 43 degrees, makes sense with all of this cold air coming in from our north, blowing in at 20 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, we have our forecast lows, 31 here in Ames, 31 Council Bluffs. Again, very consistent low temperatures throughout the whole state. Our forecast highs for tomorrow, luckily, the western half of the state, they're going to get a little warmer. We get 41 in Sioux City, 46 here in Ames, and 40 in Davenport. So things are looking decent, but not quite what we're hoping for April. A look ahead at tomorrow, we have temperatures rising up until about 4 p.m., and then they'll be dipping back down towards the evening hours with that forecast high at 43 degrees. And here we can see our normal high is 58. So like I mentioned, these are not the temperatures we're hoping to see in April. We would really like those temperatures much closer to 60, hopefully some clear skies every once in a while, but also some good showers that keep our Iowa drought away and help build our water table for those farmers. Here you can see, like I said, those cold temperatures sticking around because of those northwesterly winds coming in at 19 miles per hour here in Ames, 32 in Carroll. So those are pretty gusty. The feels like temperature, because of those winds, is just going to be a bit lower than what our measured temperature is here. So feels like 27 in Ames. We're definitely wearing our winter coats still and having those hats on. Looking at the week ahead, we can finally see that Saturday and Sunday we get those 54, 64 degree temperatures and feeling a bit more like April. We see Saturday clear skies. We can get out there, enjoy our Saturday. We have some students volunteering at Raymond Gardens this weekend, so it'll be a great day to be out there and enjoy the weather. And again, those 60s sticking around for the rest of the week until Thursday. We're dipping back down just a little bit, but some more typical April weather. Get the warmer temperatures with the rains coming down and just what you really want to see in April.
Thank you, Maddie, for that forecast. Now, let's review tonight's trivia question. Tonight's trivia question is, what is the largest April snowfall on record in the state of Iowa? Is it A, 13 inches, B, 23 inches, C, 42.1 inches, or D, 32 inches? Well, we've got a little bit of snow coming down tonight, but I don't think that's going to get anywhere close to any of these options listed.
No, I don't think so. And honestly, 42.1 inches sounds kind of nice right now, but I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that.
Only for you, Danny.
Hey, I'm a Minnesota guy. I got to stick close to my roots. I like that snow.
I love you.
I'm ready for, the warmer temperatures, the corn growing up in the fields. Very ready for that.
I guess.
I love snow in the winter, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to be spring.
Yep, I'm with you, AJ.
Let's see the answer. Answer is B, 20.3 inches.
Well, usually when Maddie does the questions, I know the answers, but this one I just stumped me for some reason.
That's a shame when the answer's not C.
I know.
They switched it up on us. Well, before we leave you guys off tonight, wanted to share some of our AMS club photos of the month. This one is our social photo of the month, where we went ice skating down in Des Moines, photo by Marissa. And then we also have our AMS weather photo of the month by Kelly, which is a really awesome lightning strike over a Casey's, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, very Iowan for sure.
I was going to say, it doesn't get any more Iowa than that. You got to love it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can find every show on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later. Have a good night.